This is the resume which got selected in Amazon, Oracle, ServiceNow and in GE and in many different companies, and we are going to talk about this. But before that, let me ask you a question. These are the two versions of my resume. Can you tell me what is wrong with mobile number and email information here? Based on it, one of them will have very high chance of rejection. 50% of folks make this mistake. 50% of resume I receive even now has this mistake. Can you guess why? Are you also doing that mistake? We are going to cover it in this video. Is there anything we can write in our resume so that an interviewer of a multinational company will say that this is something unique I am saying? It happened actually during my interview, and I'm going to discuss that point also in this video. The resume which I'm going to talk today is not like this from starting. I have made multiple revisions. I had the same doubt that you guys are having now. Should I put it in 1 page or 2 page? Should I put all projects? Should I put all certifications and all workshops? How to make it ATS friendly? How to make it human eye friendly for recruiters? Where should I put my skills? Where should I put my education? For this, I have done deep research and evaluated 100+ resumes. In this video, I am going to share my resume and going to talk about a strategy of each and every section of my resume so that you can build your perfect resume. Just to note a point that I am a hiring manager for my team. I have given 20+ interviews and I have taken 100+ interviews. So I am going to share the perspective of all these personas in this video. For majority of companies, resumes are screened by ATS first, like applicant tracking system, then by the HRs, and then by the actual interviewer who is going to take the interview. So what an ATS system does is it tries to get details like, do you have the right educational background? Are you using industry standard terms related to the skills required relevant to the given job description? Do you have the right experience or not? In total, it will generate an overall vibe of a resume and it will create a matching score. And if the score is more than 70 to 80%, then it will be shortlisted. And that's the reason you will hear from many different persons that you have to prepare resume according to the given job description. So the core of the resume will remain same, but whichever job you are applying, you have to polish it so that ATS will create a higher matching score. A common tip used while preparing resume relevant to a given job description is to use the keywords, industry standard terms, relevant terminologies related to that job description in your resume. So once it is shortlisted from ATS, then it will be reviewed by HR, and according to the research, so HR doesn't spend a lot of time in your resume. And I have talked to couple of hiring managers, and answer is true and false. So one thing which is very sure that HR gets many junk application which is not relevant to the given job description. But if you are able to catch the attention of HR in first 5-10 seconds, then they may give certain extra attention to your resume. So properly highlight your headings like education, experience, skills, use bold font, colors. These are the first thing that HR will try to find out in your resume, and you have to put these all information in the first page. A quick tip here is just try to review your resume in 10 seconds and try to gather what information you are able to get it. Are you able to highlight proper things which you wanted to highlight through your resume? Order matters. For fresher, the order should be skills, education, and projects. For experienced folks, the order should be experience, projects, skills, and education. The idea is most relevant information that recruiter wants to look for should be at top. After HR, the final screening is done by actual interviewer who is going to take the interview, and they are not in hurry. They have certain minutes of time to go through the resume. I generally see how much experience candidate has, which companies they have worked for, what are the projects they have worked for, and some keywords are they good in data structures and algorithms or not. One more point here is so if you have anything special to highlight which you can significantly influence the HR decision, then we should put that in a separate section and in the first page. So for example, in my resume, I have a research paper. As a BTech, research paper is something unique which is not found in every other resume. Right? So I have kept a separate section for it, and I have kept in the first page so that HR will get that attention. So if I have kept in any regular section in my resume, it may be missed by HR. So this is all about the screening process. Now let's talk about each section of my resume. You must have noticed that like many resumes has nice 2 lines at the top which doesn't have any valuable information. Nobody reads it. Just skip it. Like you don't have to write those 2 extra lines in your resume. So if you're applying for any specific job where we have only couple of applicants and HR has like a lot of time to like go through your resume with patience, then those 2 lines of extra will make sense if you are providing any valuable information there. But if you are not providing any valuable information, like thousands of applicants are there for a given job, nobody is going to read those lines. So you can skip it freely. Don't add it just for sake of adding it. That's my point. No, this is game changer and this is something unique, and this is where like one of my interviewer has appreciated me for this section. Here you can give 4 points which can make your profile stand out. You can use bold fonts for your skills, for your experience, and this will be for HR. You can also use highlights for ATS. You can use like relevant keywords, industry standard terms related to the job description so that ATS will shortlist you. For example, the line focus on code quality and all the whole line, this is for keywords. Similarly, the line excellent learning ability also, this I took it from the job description. And the other 2 points which you are seeing in my resume is for HRs actually. So if you have a big achievement, highlight here. If you have a research paper, put it here. You can put your total experience also. Just think from the given job description and from your resume, what are the 4 important points you want to highlight at the top. Those points you can highlight in the highlight section. Why this is so powerful is that because you are highlighting best of your skills, best of your achievement, and you are mixing those with keywords and putting at the top as a single section, which makes it very powerful and will turn your profile into a shortlisted profile. One tip here is like don't stuff keyword, let it look natural. If you like this, please hit subscribe. You have to put only relevant skills as per the job description. You can put in a separate line, languages, DBMS, operating system, favorite subject, tools, frameworks. Try to put skills which is mentioned in the job description. You can see, right, this is an Amazon like company job description, and you can see like you can identify like what are the relevant skills required for this job. Avoid information like MS Word, Excel, Canva, Photoshop. Like these are not relevant. Like if it is relevant, you can put it, but don't put any irrelevant skills. It will make your profile like immature. If you are a beginner at some skill, it's best to not to write that in your resume. But for some reason, maybe from some job description you wanted to write that, please use a beginner tag just adjacent to that skill. Intermediate, proficient is self-understood. You don't have to write like adjacent to every skill. So as a fresher, like nobody is expecting you like to be a pro in any of the skills, but it should be understood that okay, you should not be writing any skill which is like you have like 1 day of workshop. Whatever you are writing, you should have a significant hands-on. A pro tip here, should I write a 1-page resume or 2-page resume? I don't know why we have created so many confusion for this question. I can give you a very simple answer. Like I have seen 100+ resumes like in my company during like interview process and all. I have seen combination of both. Like I see many single page resume, I have seen multiple like double pages resume also. I personally like 2-page resume. Why? Because it is more cleaner and more organized. For 2-page resume, HR need to go from top to down manner. But if you see in a single page resume, like we have to like see top down also and left right also. So there's no proper orientation of it. Like so HR needs to go it multiple times to get the whole idea of resume. What I will say is like don't make your 1-page resume into 2-page and don't make your 2-page resume into 1-page. If you have an information worth of putting into 2-page, put it in 2-page. If you have an information which is worth putting in 1-page, put in 1-page. You can use any template, you can use any design. Don't waste a lot of time on this. Just make sure that your resume is clean and organized. You can cover projects like as a fresher or your internship project as a fresher. And for experience guys, you can call as like work experience. And you have to like write your project in 3 to 4 bullet points. Try to use keywords and relevant terms like related to the job description. If you can put like in numbers and percentage, like certain figures, that will be good. So for example, if you have improved performance by X percentage, or you have like worked on 5 critical issues, and if your project is live, you can add relevant links to GitHub repository, links to your research paper based on your project. No need to put college projects for experienced folk, like, so kind of if you are having 3+ years of experience, then nobody is going to like talk about your like college based projects, so you can skip that. So when writing like bullet points for your project, use actionable words like handled, refactored, developed, fixed, contributed, and you will get many actionable words in Google. Here is one example. Organize your points like what you have done, what tools and technologies you have used, and what is the impact of it. So one point maybe you can write like, okay, these are the tools and technologies you have used, and one point for like, okay, improved performance by X percentage, or automated something, or worked on Y number of critical issues, something like that. Remember, be it a fresher or experience, like project is one of the most important thing which is like discussed in interview. So please do 1 to 2 good project that you can write in your resume as a fresher I'm talking about. I have a separate video also like of getting some brilliant like and unique project ideas. Please watch out that video if you want like some brilliant project ideas. Projects you will be asked to explain also, like maybe the data modeling of it, or architecture of it, or HLD, LLD like of that project. It was been asked like in my interviews, like in Oracle also, in ServiceNow also, and in GE also. Time for a next pro tip, and the tip is make your text selectable. This is so big mistake that if you miss this, HR may reject your resume, and I personally rejected many resumes because of this reason. So we have to understand that HR process hundreds of resume every day. It's very annoying for them that they will type these details manually while entering your details in certain different system. Okay, there is chances of mistakes also, and it's little annoying also. So make your text selectable and easy to copy. And most of the time it happens because of templates, like some templates which are not that ATS friendly, or like they use a lot of graphics. There like these kind of like issue happens. If you liked this tip, please hit subscribe. For fresh pass out, education should be in the top 3 points. Especially you are from a well-known college or top college, you will get advantage like because of this. For your initial 2-3 years of career, your education details matters a lot in like resume screening. Not necessary to put grades of your education, but if it is good, definitely please highlight that. So highlight all your rewards, like your coding competition or college level competition, any trainings you have done which is relevant to the job description, you can highlight that. Yeah, but it should not be like your workshops, like whatever you are doing like for 1-2 day of learning any stuff, like please don't highlight that. You can also highlight like ranks on your coding platform. Note that many folks do workshop for sake of putting that in resume. Frankly, that doesn't matter. Nobody cares like how many workshops you have done. This section is not that important, but sometimes it matters a lot. For example, if you give gender details, especially for females, many times organization for gender diversity, they do a separate hiring drive. So if you have a gender information present in your resume, ATS will shortlist you, and this kind of drive is very common. Similarly, for location, don't write any address if you are flexible for any location. We should not create any confusion in like recruiter's mind while they are screening your resume. Best is to write location preference as flexible. Sometimes these details creates a huge difference. If you're a fresher, you can write hobbies in personal details, especially when your hobbies is like relevant to a job description. For example, if you're talking about a public speaking hobby, that you can write. Yeah, but don't write irrelevant hobbies like I'm a good Mehndi artist. That should not be the case. So first point is like avoid graphics or overly designed templates. These are not ATS friendly, and your details will be skipped while ATS will scan your resume, which can lead in like rejection. Second tip, show, don't tell. Don't write keywords like I am a team player, hardworking, quick learner without any proof. Instead, use examples to demonstrate that skill. For example, you can write it collaborated with a 3-member team to build a daily fitness tracker mobile app. I'm going to create one more video related to resume where I will share some more tips and some more mistakes folks do while they create their resume. Just to give an example, like, is there any way like where we can skip the whole screening process and get into an interview directly? Yes, there is a way that I'm going to share in the next video. Thank you.